Hello, lucky girl. Did you see this? This little box was the solution. But before, my cabinet was a complete mess. Today, I'm gonna show you how I went from a total chaos to real order without spending any single dollar. Using something very simple and organizing two small spaces in my cabinet in an easy way. Stay with me and I'll show you step by step how I did it.
The Lucky Home, Cleaning and Organization.
Lucky girl, the first thing you need is to grab a bag. Anything where you can put everything from the spaces you want to organize. Remove absolutely everything. Put it all into that bag and take it to another place where you can spread it out and clearly see everything. Now let me tell you what I did. I took everything out because this space is supposed to hold only my perfumes, makeup, personal care items, some documents, and notebooks I use for my notes, my personal things. But over the time, it turned into a battlefield. There was everything in there, especially my child things. It became a total chaos. But don't worry, through cleaning and organizing, we are gonna transform this space into something beautiful, functional, and practical, just like anyone would want for their personal area. What you're seeing is everything I took out. I go to the point where it was just three things without thinking. When a space becomes too messy and disorganized, you don't even feel like fixing it anymore. You can't organize on a top of clutter. You have to remove everything and start from zero. So, what did I do? I placed everything from a white surface so I could clearly see what I had. Then I started removing trash and observing, recognizing, and remember what each item was. I found everything, even magnifying glass and all receipts. I tore them up and I threw them away. Once everything is out, you need to separate items into two groups: what stays and what doesn't belong there. What you're seeing now is what I decided to keep in this space. Then I separated that belongs somewhere else in my home. I recommend placing everything on a white base. It really helps you to see better.
Thanks for your like.
Here's my child helping me, fascinated by my things. In another place of my house, I found two small cases filled with random items. These are supposed to store my nail polish and tools like tweezers, but everything was mixed. There were medals, random objects, even keys I found. I cleaned one box using a toothbrush and wiped with other with a damp cloth. Then I started placing perfumes and makeup inside. I decided one box would be for makeup. Once you choose your categories, group everything from that category in one place. And if you are working with kids, be patient. They love exploring adult things. While organizing, check expiration dates so you only return items that are in good condition. As I continue organizing, I started feeling really good seeing that space clean and clear, with only the things I truly want within reach. This is my personal space, and before I couldn't find anything. Everything would fall apart when I looked for something. Now, having everything visible makes it much more practical. At this point, I arrange everything in a simple, natural way like anyone would do, each category in its place. But here in the Lucky Home, cleaning and organization, with the gray lucky one. I wanted to optimize it even more. I wanted to create my own little lucky corner. So I moved some items else and I started observing how to improve this space. Then I found this box and this was the solution. Come with me so you can see how we use this box in this project. This was originally a cardboard box and I turned it into a simple platform. I divided it and glued it together, then reinforced the edges with tape. After that, I chose wrapping paper. I recommend avoiding overly busy patterns and choosing more natural or uniform designs. I picked a beautiful iridescent paper. I even made it double sided, one color on one side, another color on the other side. So I can switch it depending on my mood. Then I place it inside my cabinet. Why? Because I wanted to elevate my perfumes and creams. And look at the result. I created levels and used the space much better. On top, I arranged my notebooks vertically, and below, I used this platform to improve visibility. I really love the result. It's simple, practical, and effective. I invite you to try something like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. This was a lucky transformation. Transform your home with cleaning and organization and create a more peaceful life. Subscribe to this channel, like and share so someone else can feel inspired to organize their space in a simple way. Look at the result. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Choose any color you like. Transform your home, your spaces, your zones, and micro zones through cleaning and organization.